Hi, how are you doing? So, tonight we will be talking about life once again. Yes, we are on a journey of life, of course. So, why not talk about life? So, okay, so my sound is working pretty well, and I'm happy that you guys can hear me. So, tonight's topic, I have some notes too. So tonight's topic is basically, I don't know, I was inspired by like the rat race concept, to be honest with you. Just seeing how like when you sit back and you look at life and you look at everybody and what they're like just on social media and just on everyday basis, you see like people are so wrapped up in having a certain image. And I'm really gearing this conversation towards like, especially like Instagram. It's like, I was speaking about this the other day and I was saying like, I feel like Instagram is so ego driven for the most part. If you use it for your business or you use it just, not to like post about your personal life or anything, that's really good. But a lot of people on social media, I don't know, I guess because social media, you see, I guess one person see one person do it and then just becomes, because back when there was no Instagram, people were more like traditional, like they didn't post everything on Instagram, like on the social media, like Facebook. You had to like literally know that person to know what was going on in their life. And I feel like it it's like a ripple effect. Like it starts off with just watching and posting, and then you start to see people start to talk about their personal business on social media. You start seeing it's just like, and it's like, can anyone just stop and smell the roses for a second? Meaning like you're losing the bigger picture. You're losing the sight of life. It's like, I guess because we live in a materialistic driven world, people get so caught up in the material and I need to have this type of look, or I need to be doing this or all that. And it's like no one really stops and really, only quite a few people. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people in this world, most likely, that's just stop and just not of this materialistic world. You know? It's just, it's more to it. And it's like, I always ask a lot of people, if things were to get stripped away from you, what value can you bring to your family, to your community, to the world? What true value? And I think that's where this whole conversation is going to really lead to, is people chase after money and not realizing that the money has no true value. I mean, the American dollar is depreciating. We're leading into a world where they're trying to do everything digital. So things that have true value is not that dollar bill. It's not that image or that look or that any of those things. Because if it was, it wouldn't be so easy to take it away. You get it? Things that you can't take away is what's value. Which I feel like knowledge, information, skills, those are things that if the world were to change tomorrow, you still will be able to survive. It's like if we lived back then where there was just survival, eating, hunting, and taking care of the family and stuff like that. Those are the true skills that I don't even see a lot of people even have. Maybe just not in America, but probably on the other part of the world. Most likely those people, because those people don't live the same way Americans do. Even when it comes to their health, they don't even go run to the doctor for a problem. You know what they go do? They fix it themselves. because it's been passed down through their culture and their family. So it's the same thing. I feel like maybe just an American thing. But if I'm speaking to only Americans, or if you're on another part of the world, let us know how your culture is, you know, in the chat. So we could compare the American culture, because the American culture is like we're being spoon fed. And if they stop feeding us that spoon, that's it. We all done for. And that's why we gotta learn to add true value to ourselves. That house, that car, that BBL, that nose job, that lip, that whatever, that how can I say, the lace front, the bundles, all of that, that's not value. That's not value at all. So I feel like we need to stop and really understand that we got to add true value to ourselves. How can we help? How can we help? If push come to shove and things really do switch up, what value have we added to ourselves thus far? You can't say if things switch up tomorrow, oh, let me go learn. No, you had enough adequate time. You had enough adequate time to do what you had to do to better yourself, to get yourself in a position, because that whole pandemic started with this whole entire situation, and you would think people would take that time to utilize it properly, but a lot of people pissed it away. Now this year, they're reaping repercussions of what they've done and chose the path that they've chose. So at the end of the day, it's time for a betterment of ourselves as a whole. We got to acquire better value to ourselves. A lot of us have great skills naturally, but it's hidden away from the world. You could be an artist, you could be a singer, and you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of the younger generation, they're embracing themselves on all levels. All type of levels. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All type of levels. But I'm just speaking in general. What I've seen so far in my life experiences, I see that us as a whole, we are not prepared. We are not prepared. And we're chasing an illusion. You know, we grow up, we go to school, we learn these, whatever they teach us in school. And the other day I was sitting back thinking, like, they didn't teach us nothing in school. They don't teach you how to open a bit, okay, when you get in college, maybe how to run a business or whatever. But when you're in high school, they don't teach people how to fill out job applications or just anything about like how to manage your finance, like real things that can help. It's like, oh, read this, fill that, answer that. Okay, you got it right. Good. You know how to remember information. Great. We're programming you to remember to do certain job tasks. We're programming us to think for you. That's all that was. That's why there's a lot of people who work for a lot of people. And then there's some people who rather work for themselves. Only people who can work for themselves are thinkers. You cannot, if you're not a thinker and you're not a person who knows how to think on your own and build something off of creativity, or someone gives you an idea and you build off of it after that, you can't. I'm just being real. Business is not for you. You should try to maybe read about it first, and then practice it out, but don't jump into it because you can lose your money. But the whole entire thing is, I feel like we've been groomed a certain type of way in our school system, but also us now present as adults. I don't feel like we've acquired enough skills enough to survive if anything changes, and if we have to take care of ourselves, really, really take care of ourselves. So, there's a few audios that I do want to play for you guys, to just listen. And there's also some notes that I have about a book that I read last year it kind of, all of it correlates, because the audio is gonna be about what is riches. The guy is basically gonna talk about what he think about what is riches, and riches are things that cannot be depleted. Like, okay, yes, a house might seem like an asset, but in reality it's a liability. So in order to really create true wealth and not run after this illusion of happiness with working for somebody, or creating this how can I say, or running after the illusion of having to keep up with someone, like how social media gives that notion where if that person looks this type of way, you gotta look that. That's why a lot of people got surgery, because they're trying to keep up with someone else in order to compare. And at the end of the day, we're losing sight of what life truly is. A lot of people who grown old didn't really get to enjoy life as much as you might see them have the house, the cars, and all these type of things. When you really sit back and you interview these people, you speak to them, they're going to tell you things that you will be surprised about, and all of it was them truly just embracing themselves. And that's why I'm saying, when it comes to happiness, happiness is not the house, the cars, the men or the women, or the addictions, which can be anything. It's not that. Happiness is something that is an experience inside. You learn to be happy with yourself because you learn to accept who you are and learn how to use your abilities, what's best for you. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of looking outward all the time in life, we should learn to look inward. That's what Stop and Smell the Roses really represents. Because we get so consumed in life that we don't get to really embrace life. Like, one aspect will be sitting out in nature, going out by the water. Those are moments where you can stop and understand what's going on and understand yourself and really reflect and think, and also connect with with nature, which is important. People don't make the time to do those things. Not often. They're so busy working and trying to make money and trying to pay a bill and trying to have this and trying to have that, that they lose sight of just self. It starts with you. You have to learn who you are. You have to embrace who you are, but you also have to understand the importance of self and how it connects to everything in life. It connects to the people you meet. It connects to the job or the income that you make. All of it is connected to self. So what I wanted to talk about on my notes. Okay, so the book that I read, this book I read like last year. So this book is by Bonnie Ware, and at the top, it's called Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. So basically, this lady, she like worked in hospice, and apparently a lot of her patients were like on their deathbed, right? So I wanted to just show you guys the connection of what other people are thinking. This is the whole point. I'm just bringing these notes up because these are the top 5. So the first, hold on, my notes is a little beat up. Wait a second. Okay. 3 and then 5. Wait. I wish I had the courage to express feelings. I wish I had the courage to care. Be yourself. Okay. Okay, so here it is, right? My notes is a little beat up. So the first regret was, I wish I had the courage to do what I was put here to do, right? The second regret was, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. And I wish I had let myself be happier. So apparently a lot of people, not me, well, I didn't know that people wouldn't want to, you know, want to why would you, then my question is for anyone who does feel like this, why is it hard, right? Why is it hard for people to be happy? That's the first question. Why? It's easy to be happy. How? I don't, maybe to me, I don't understand. Please, someone comment in the chat. Let me know, why is it hard for someone to be happy? It don't take much to be happy, you know that, right? And that's why I say we are missing sight. See, life created these cars, these houses, these things. And when we don't have these things, what we feel? Sad. But what if we lived in a time where that didn't exist, and all we was just in the forest, and we was eating, and we had a hunt, and that was it? Would you be sad? No, you would not. Oh, but why would you be sad now? You get it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, man, if you woke up today, you should be happy. That's automatically make you happy right there. That's it. Yes, you might not have what you need. You might be in a circumstance that make you feel uncomfortable, and that might not be happy and all these type of stuff because of the circumstances that you put yourself in, or the circumstances that surround around you, which you still have an option to leave. At the end of the day, if you woke up today, that alone should make you happy. It's not hard to be happy. They say they wish they were happier. So at the end of the day, I don't know. I cannot speak for all the people that said that into her when she wrote her book. But I'm assuming just happiness overall. If you woke up today, you should be happy. Because the moment you woke up, you have an opportunity to do something great, to change your life. If you don't like how your life is, fix it. There's no excuses. There ain't no in between. No. If you don't like how your life is and it's not the way you want it to be, then you need to fix it. Ain't nobody gonna come fix it for you. You need to fix it for yourself. Period. Okay, that's it. You don't have enough money? Figure out how to make more money. And why are you losing money? Okay? Why can't you save money? If you are out of shape, what are you eating? You need to figure out what you're eating. How you're eating, the time that you're eating. The body has its own system. You got to learn the system to the body. You can't eat at a certain time, okay? And listen, I'm not a perfect person, okay? So don't get it. Whoever, don't feel like I am perfect health guru at all. I'm a young lady who is learning about life. So when you know better, you do better. So if I know better, I do better. I gotta speak better. So I gotta talk about now. I can't talk about, how I use old eating habits. No, I'm being real. You gotta check. What if I learn something new? I gotta let you guys know. If you wanna know, like they always say, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink. So this is that good juice right here. You sip a little bit, okay? It's gonna quench that thirst. So the body has its own system. You gotta learn when to eat and when not to eat. Even with that alone, in this world, they haven't even taught us how to properly eat. The time we're supposed to eat. They tell us, you're supposed to be eating around early in the morning, all this food. Wrong. That's a lie. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, that's a lie right there too. So apparently, the most healthier way, this is the body system. From 12 p.m. to 7 p.m., the body is allowed to absorb, which is eat. You can eat. From 7 p.m. to I believe it's 4 a.m., the body is wasting. No, the body's resting. That's when your body's resting. So you ate, now you're resting. Now the stomach is holding the food. From 4 a.m. up until, this is the change, this is the switch right here, up until 12 p.m., that's when you're wasting. You're supposed to be taking poops, wasting and not eating. So the only time you're really supposed to be eating from 12 p.m. to 7. That's the only time. Anything before that, you're in the wrong zone. You got to understand the anatomy of the body and how it works. And once you learn that, it will work in your favor. You got to understand when you got to give your body that time for it to rest and to break down the food, and then it goes ahead and releases the food. So think about it like this: if you're eating around the time that you're supposed to be wasting, you see how you're not really helping yourself, right? You're putting in as you're wasting. You got to give the body enough time to let it out, do what it's got to do, and then you start eating from 12 to 7. If you don't believe me, go do your own research. I did my own research and in my own way of learning, and from several references, natural references, they all said that is the perfect time where you're supposed to be eating, and that is how our body has been designed to eat. And then also it depends on what you're eating too. That's a whole nother video. But anyways, if your health is not good, fix it, right? If your living condition is not good, fix it. There's no reason why you cannot be happier. If you are not happy, then you can fix it. There's always a solution. And if you're a person who's pessimistic and you feel like, oh, there's no solution, I can't help you, because your mind is already telling you that you can't do it, so I'm sorry. What's the point? You might as well just exit the video and come out of here and go watch something else on YouTube. But the whole point is, you gotta believe in that there has a chance, there's a possibility of a positive outlook. If you're a negative person and you always think negative, and you always think things not gonna go your way, and it's always me, and whining and crying all about, come on now, that mental gotta be changed. That mental need to be detoxed and cleansed out, because at the end of the day, that's not healthy. You can't. You gotta pick. You can't want to be happier, but then you got a negative mindset. No, man, that don't work. You gotta switch that up. So that was one of my questions I wanted to say to you guys. You guys say, they say, I wish I let myself be happier. That right there, we already went through that. Then they had, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I understand why that. So I'm not really gonna go too diving deep, because at the end of the day, we all are different. Some people can express better than others, and there's levels to it. Some people can express, but there's levels to their expression. You know what I mean? Some people just don't know how to control, or don't know how to express at all, or don't know how to even feel their feelings. Some people do. Hey, listen, man. I can't help everybody. This is just my notes, okay? So the next one was, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. It goes back to what I was saying early on about how the working system, and listen, you know what I noticed? Everywhere it says now hiring. I said, what is going on? People done left their job and say, I ain't doing this no more. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. When I be getting like something to eat on the road or something like that, and the people who's working there, not me, I could be waiting in the line or whatever, you could just sense the energy, like they don't want to be there. And because I feel like I don't want to be there. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't even want to, I'm sorry. I would not want to be there. As I've gotten older, I don't have patience anymore. I have patience, but I don't have patience. It's the weirdest thing. It's like a mixture. I kind of have patience for certain things, but certain things I don't have patience for. Like I couldn't sit there making someone sub and they telling me put lettuce and tomatoes. I feel like who are you? Maybe that's the fire side in me. I would feel like I'll be like, yo, I don't get paid enough to be here. Why? I couldn't do it. I'd rather drive and do Uber Eats and drop off food. That whole telling me what you want, your sandwich, and it's just, I don't know. Certain things I couldn't do. So I see why a lot of people now saying, forget this fast food chain, man. I ain't got time for that. Deuces, they out of there. They like, they don't get paid enough. They don't. That's too much labor and not enough pay. So kudos to all the people who quit. By dang time you woke up and now you see that it's better for you to go make money elsewhere. Because at the end of the day, they try to keep you stuck to the game. That's what it was. They try to get you stuck to the game, have you up in there and Burger King and McDonald's, looking all greasy and stuff, clogging up your pores, ladies. Come on now. Got you over here buying extra all type of facial creams and stuff to unclog them greasy pores from all that grease in the kitchen. Man, hell no. They could have had me in there. No. Hell, me? Nah. God didn't say Stephanie made to be in no fast food. He said Stephanie got bigger purposes, and then fast food ain't definitely not one of it. But, I'm sorry, y'all. I got a little sidetracked. But the whole point of the matter is stop wasting y'all time working for somebody, okay? If you got some type of ambition and drive, I would definitely say go ahead. If you're a little scary, I would say you need to go read some books, go watch some videos, and go practice a little something, and then come back when you're ready. Because right now, life not looking for no scary cats. I'm telling you that right now. You gotta be about it or you ain't. That's it. Either you gonna float or you gonna sink. Right now, you don't see Germany underwater, man. Money don't even have value if you really want to talk about it because we don't even know what's going on. New York is underwater, Germany underwater, China underwater. Freaking Madagascar president almost got assassinated. Haiti president got assassinated. There's 7 African leaders that's missing that they don't even know where they at. It's a whole bunch of chaos going on in this world. It is. But that don't mean that you don't stop building on your dream. You guys walk by faith, not by sight. Listen, the world could be on fire. It don't matter. Keep going. It just keep going. It's all distraction anyway. Just keep going. All that stuff, it's important to know about it, yes. It's important to have acknowledgement, yes. But you gotta learn how to separate it. You know what I mean? That don't mean that, oh, you feel like, okay, boom, that's what's going on. You don't acknowledge it. You gotta be aware of it, but be prepared. So build your skills, learn better health, change your life, whatever it may be. Put things into your favor while things are going on, just in case stuff do happen and push come to shove. A lot of things that we have access to, we don't have access to no more. You're a little bit more prepared than others because you know what? You thought you didn't take it lightly. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? So if you hear me chuckle and stuff, don't mean that I'm not taking it serious. I'm taking it serious, but I'm just saying, that is me. I'm a happy person. What can I say? What you want me to be? Come on here all droopy and sad? Come on now. You should know me better than that. Okay, so what's the next one? Ooh, this one gonna hit a spot right here. Okay. And do I need to put my glasses on for this one? No, I'm pretty sure I can see this one pretty well. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expect of me. Oh my God, people on their deathbed are saying that? Wow, I wonder how many people are alive who are feeling like that. At the end of the day, listen, man. That's blasphemy. Let me tell you why. My notes done fell on the floor. Let me tell you why it's blasphemy. Why are you living your life for others? Who the heck? Wait a minute. Listen here. I hope and pray my viewers are not living the life for others. Let me rephrase that. The life others expect of me. Oh my gosh, that means people might be living beyond their means? Is that what I mean? Is that what I mean? Oh my goodness. Listen here, man. At the end of the day, you first and foremost You should not be living to nobody's expectations. I don't care. No, 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 no. And then let me tell you something. Let me tell you this life of. Let me tell you the game, the life. The what? Hold on. Let me tell you the game of life. My tongue got tied. Let me tell you the game of life, right? I think I said that right. Let me tell you the game of life. A lot of people don't know nothing. Know that, right? A lot of people don't know nothing. At first, I thought people know something. People don't know nothing. No matter how young or old they are, there's a lot of, excuse my language, I'm sorry, people who don't really got it there. Meaning, they don't know how to think for themselves. Why would, who, where, and when did this happen? Where you felt the need to live the expectation of others. There's no need to live the expectation of others. The only person's expectation that's important is yours. What do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Where do you want to go? That's the only expectation. Don't let nobody come tell you that, oh, you're supposed to be like this. And no. First and foremost, people that be like that, they don't even live their life right. You get what I mean? There's always those people that always try to, no. At the end of the day, you should live your life based on how you want to live your life. But hold on now. There's a catch to that whole living your life how you want to live your life. Catch now. Always remember, there's a cost to it. So how you choose to live your life, there's always going to be a cost to how it is lived out. So at the end of the day, don't live your life expected of others, but that don't mean that your expectation for your life should be chaos or out of order. Your life should be in order as a woman or as a man. And in order, that's a whole nother video. I don't want to go too far. Okay? But the fact that people on their deathbed are saying, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected me to be. Damn, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. You should always be true to yourself. Or never feel like you can't be how you want to be. You want to be happy? Be happy. Like, when you gonna be happy? When you're dead? I'm just confused. Like, when, like, I was like some person, I ain't gonna lie. I have my own little fears, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I am a young woman who is always up for the challenge and improvement, self-improvement. So when it comes to my fears, yes, when I first look at it, I might be like, oh, I don't want to do it. No. But then I'm like, but then when I get in it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not as bad. And then when I'm in there, I'm like in there and it's like, oh, snap, I done master it. You know what I mean? Boom. But then, because it's weird. It's like I like to be scared, but then when I overcome it, I create a whole nother fear, and then I overcome that too. It's just the weirdest shit ever. But at the end of the day, after you play the game of life, you kind of understand yourself, and that's why you have to go back to yourself and understand who you are as an individual. What applies to me will not apply to you, and what applies to you will not apply to me. We are not built the same. So at the end of the day, you got to understand who you are first, to learn how you are as an individual. So I will always encourage anyone to overcome their fears and to be true to yourself. If you, like I said, if you are a singer, don't be scared to sing. You don't have to have the best voice. You don't have to have the best voice and then to be a singer. Obviously, listen, man, listen. At the end of the day, I was on YouTube and I was watching some videos, and it was the stupid music. The music was trash. and it had 1.6 million views. I said, what? And then it was other ones, and I'm like, what's going on? I mean, are we so bored with just watching stuff? And then, but people are, I'm like, okay, we are in an era where anyone can become famous, literally, like in a blink of an eye. The person could be a normal person, and then boom, they're trending. So, and it's not about talent anymore. It's about having balls. That's all it's about. It's about having courage. That's what. Let me go back to the notes so you can hear what the people on their deathbed are saying. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. So the reason why these people that you see are famous and popular and well known and stuff like that, it's because they got balls. They want to put themselves out there and do it. They don't have these fears where they're like, oh, whatever. They don't care. So at the end of the day, have courage. The whole important thing was to have courage. If you heard everything I said, what was the one word that was in common? Courage. Courage was most, except for the work one. Yeah, except for the work one and the happier one. Every other regret was courage. They all had the word courage in it. So at the end of the day, you gotta have courage in life. Now, use your courage wisely. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to stress that enough. Acquire some skills, add true value to yourself. I'm not gonna dive too deep into the value system because that's a whole nother video, which I do have coming up, I believe, next Sunday. Yeah, it's called, what is it? Something value men and women who said that. Yeah. That video, that live, we're gonna talk more about what true value is, and if you want to hear my opinion, and then you can share your opinion, and then we can just, go from there. But when it comes to just having courage, I feel like that, be yourself. I want people to be themselves. I want you to see the bigger picture of life. Don't get wrapped up in the whole materialistic thing. I gotta have this, I gotta have that. That's what what's the name has. I need that. Like, no. Missing the picture. It's not about that. It's not what it's about. Because then you're gonna be chasing an illusion all your life. No, you see, you're missing the picture. It's flying over the head. Come back to earth. Come back and ground yourself and understand what true value is. True value is not all those materialistic things, because they could be taken away tomorrow. True value is what you pour back into your community. That's what true value is. Your life, your family, people you connect with. And family don't have to mean blood, too. Family could just mean people you connect with. That feels like family. That's true value. Pouring information, knowledge, resources. If you learn how to grow crops, teach another man. If you a man, you know how to grow crops, go teach another man how to grow crops. Just, can we acquire true skills and true survival so we have something, for ourselves to really pass down, so we can, it's like, you don't see none of that. Maybe because we ain't in the farm area. Farmers, they ain't lose none of their skills. They done pass it down to generation and generation, and have land and property, and that's another thing. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother video right there. But let me I hope you guys enjoy those little 5 regrets. Let me play the 1 second. I'm gonna play a video, audio, and I just want you guys to just listen to it. Give you feed your brain a little bit before we dip off into the sunset. Not really. But let me, 1 second, y'all. And shout out to everybody who's in the room. Okay, wait. All right, well, so we're going to talk a little bit about money. We're going to talk about a little bit. Just a little. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, you know, turn your volume down on your phone so that way it doesn't hurt your ears.
Game of the rich. My rich dad taught me, you know it because you're the banker. The bankers and the rich play is different than what they teach you in school. All over the world, what does school teach you about money? And the answer is nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's not an accident. I knew that. Most people know that. The way to keep the poor and middle class working hard is never teach them what the rich know. So if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which came out in 1997, it's what the rich teach their kids about money, the poor and middle class do not. Poverty hurts. I mean, I don't like it. And I don't like that our academic system's so corrupt. You know, we know the banking system's corrupt. We know politics is corrupt. But academics is just as corrupt.
I mean, one thing if it's the banking and the politics, but this is where we send our children and we trust them to do the right things for them. And yet they're being not taught something so fundamental. Like you asked your dad when you were a kid, Dad, you asked your teacher, when are you going to teach us about money? And it was just
never.
Well, never.
And they'll never will. You know something. What do you know? Share it. What is financial education? It's not get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. The financial industry is two things, debt and taxes. In 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and the US dollar became debt. And we still tell kids to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and get out of debt. Now, who tells them to do that? That's the most ridiculous thing there is.
The book starts and it says, line number 1, saving money will make you rich.
Yeah, it never will. You know that.
All taught that as kids.
Why would you save it and why would you work for it if they can print it and faster than you can work for it? Why do you keep saving when they're printing it? Rich don't work for money. Don't you touch that stuff.
It's very subtle, right? Yeah. They don't say, I'm going to train you to be a worker bee the rest of your life, but they educate you in a way where that's what you come out.
Right.
What else was what was he trying to do those first few months were you working for him? What was he trying to get across to you? Because he taught you the hard way about money.
And she says, if you're going to be successful in your life, you've got to find the best teachers. And a great teacher is somebody who comes from the inside, not the outside. But in school, you don't know if your instructor is for real or not. That's where the fake teacher comes from. I said, I want you to teach me about money. So he said, why should I teach you? He said, but if I teach you, you work for me for free. And I said, why for free? And my poor dad went nuts. He says, if I pay you, you think like an employee. Your brain will change. If you learn never to work for money, you'll be a rich man.
Mm-hmm. And this is powerful. Once you give someone a paycheck, their brain turns off.
Correct.
Because
and then the promise of a pension.
Right.
And job security.
Which is kind of a paycheck in disguise.
Correct.
After you stop working. Give the man a fish, eats for the day, teach him to fish, eats for a lifetime. And most poor people confuse assets for liabilities. They think their home is an asset, it's actually a liability.
Right. An asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, asset, verb, it's an asset. So I own 7,000 rental properties. Those are assets. Every month, the cash flows in. Whereas many people have the big house on the hill and the cash is flowing out.
Right.
And they're going broke.
Right. It's like a frame of mind. The other thing the poor don't understand is the number one expense for most people is taxes. And yet we don't even see it. Isn't that weird? You walk around and you look at the paycheck and say, that doesn't seem right. And you don't realize that the government's got a huge hand in your pocket and you are doing nothing to minimize that. Again, this is what is very different about the rich and the poor.
The rich don't work for money. Its number one expense is tax. See, there's three kinds of income: earned, portfolio, passive. So earned income is if I get a job, that's earned income. If I'm a doctor or a programmer, that's earned income because I'm working for it. If I buy, let's say, Apple for $10 and I sell it for 20, that's portfolio income, capital gains.
Yeah.
But passive income, which is cash flow, is never taxed. And so these guys are screaming right now in America, tax the rich. I said, good luck. Because most of the guys complaining, they don't know there's three kinds of income. And the rich don't have jobs anyway. They have assets. And so the average schmo out there, poor guy, sent the kid to school, they don't learn this. You see, very few people will buy what I do, make $1 million and pay zero tax. And my rich dad taught me that playing Monopoly. That's how it started, 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. Or the McDonald's formula. I write about it here. McDonald's, Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
McDonald's is in the real estate business. So they sell hamburgers, but they buy real estate, so they pay no taxes. This guy Bezos, he's $16 billion. How much tax did they pay on that $16 billion? Zero.
And that's all legal. Anyone can do it.
Everybody can do it.
But most people lack the education.
So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. See, because the banks will give you, so the banks, after the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free. When I asked the average guy, I said, why don't you use debt? They can't even get a loan. Because their scores, their FICO scores, I don't even have them here, are so bad. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. You don't know if something is an asset or a liability until you can say which way the cash flows. So a house is an asset or liability. Well, if it's taking money from your pocket, it's liability. It's putting money in your pocket, it's an asset. The U.S. government wants me to provide housing, wants me to provide jobs, wants me to borrow money because that's how money is created through debt. I get huge tax breaks. Everybody can do the same thing if they had the financial education to do it. If people understood the tax code, we'd be more prosperous.
But can poverty be passed through genetically?
Yes.
Because it's some type of way of thinking.
It's an attitude.
An attitude.
It's very simple. When people ask you, how do I stop it? I just say, never say, I can't afford it. Ask yourself, how can I? The reason I have so much money is because I don't say I can't do it. I just go, how can I do it? And I just go and do it. I make a lot of mistakes, but that's how I learn. How can I? The poor people, like my poor dad, always said, I can't afford it. You think I'm made of money? I'm a school teacher. I can't do that. And I picked that up. And my rich dad never said those words. So when I meet poor people, they use the words I can't a lot. So the people that say, I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't get to college, the rich are evil, I choose not to participate in that.
And that's one thing people could change today.
Correct.
Right now is that dialogue in their head. Stop saying the word can't.
I can't.
Right.
So how can I?
How can I? Especially as in, I can't afford it. How can I afford that?
Right.
Because that opens them up to looking at it as an investment to a greater future.
Right. When I borrowed $300 million, I couldn't do it until I went to ask.
So I hope that didn't fly over anyone's head. Did you get it? It starts with you, your belief system. See, it goes back to, everything I do makes sense. I might deliver it in a very different way, but all of it connects. If you truly pay attention, it always makes sense. Everything I do has a meaning behind it. So look at this, right? what from that book, which you can go check it out and go read it yourself, is called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bonnie Ware. And what do we see these people felt like? It was all in their feelings. I wish I had the courage. It's your thoughts. You have to believe that you want to be great. You got to believe that you want to be that entrepreneur. You got to believe you want to be that singer. You got to believe you want to be the artist. You got to believe you want to be the cook or whatever you want to do. Got to believe in it. So that means the negative thoughts, the self-illusions of the I can'ts, got to exit. Okay? That's one of the process of life. When you're stopping and you're smelling the roses, this is what's coming in. You're realizing that you need to have self-courage in this world. You can realize that you got to add true value to yourself, not these materialistic things. Yes, he spoke about the 7,000 assets and whatever and stuff like that. That's a whole nother video. Right now, I'm talking about self-improvement, not your finances, because you got to fix inside first to see it outside. People don't realize that. They'd be like, oh, I'm just going to acquire the knowledge and boom, it's going to happen. Nah, that's not how it works. You got to fix inside first. Yeah, you got to do the work. What you thought? Ooh, you thought it was going to be easy? No. Who said life was going to be easy? Why do we always see people, they'll reach a certain level and then they'll just go right back? Internally, got to fix that. You got to know thyself first. It starts with you. Know what you want, create your environment, create your reality, manifest the world you want. That's how you have it. Your world can't be chaos, because in reality, if your world is chaos, then it's going to be chaos. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. So you got to choose. You want your life to be a certain type of way, or do you want to be like everyone else in this rat race? Live a life all until they're old and gray, nothing accomplished, and still feel sad on their deathbed, and then have enough courage to be what they wanted to be that singer or that dancer or that, whatever it is. Like that's what the whole of this whole podcast is about, y'all. About really just stopping and checking self, man. Stand in front of that mirror. Look at yourself. Are you proud of where you've came so far? You're proud of yourself? Okay, if you're not, then fix it. It's okay. Everybody got cuts and bruises. It's all right. Fix it. Now, if you sit and sulk and you ain't fixing nothing, nobody want to hear the story. You got to fix yourself. Yeah, it starts with the mind. Look what the guy say. The I can'ts. What he said in the poor community, he heard a lot of I can'ts. Now, this is something someone said to me. I don't know if this is true. Okay? But someone said this to me. That this is like an old saying, right? Maybe it's like an American saying. I have no idea. Let me know, But they said, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. That's what they said. They said that's an old saying people used to say. And I say to myself, you know what? I kind of agree with it. And I don't think it's just a black thing. I think it's a people thing. It has nothing to do with the color, because every ethnicity has its lack. So at the end of the day, people don't want to take the time to do the hard work and do what they got to do. They don't. They want to just hand deliver it on a platter and boom, right there. Quick, easy. And just like I had said in my other live video about that speed kills, you can't rush perfection. You can't rush a masterpiece. See, the beauty of when you're creating a creation and you're an artist, or you're just creating a masterpiece, the time, the effort, the strokes, the way you put the thing, everything, when you're creating this beautiful painting, all of it is what makes it it. You can't just splash the brush onto the canvas and boom. I mean, there's some abstract artists out there, yes, but I'm pretty sure they did a little bit more than splashing, They did a little something. But the whole thing is, you are your masterpiece to your life. You are the masterpiece to your life. No matter what you've been through, what you have not been through, you know, at the end of the day, you are your own masterpiece. So take the time out to carve yourself into the way you want your life to reflect. Don't be like everybody else, compare yourself or in this, I gotta have this and I gotta have that. And no. You're losing sight. You're losing sight of self. Self is the most important. Once people realize that, they will understand the ease to life. Life is not hard. It's not. It's quite easy. Simple. We as human beings make it difficult because we add all these emotions and these experiences and all these other things and all these assumptions and all these unnecessary things that we don't need to add. It's not hard to be happy. It's not hard to be courageous. It's not hard to be you. Who else are you going to be? Somebody else? Can't be somebody else. You're going to always fail. Come on now. Are you being serious? Gotta be you. Why not? What's wrong with you that to the point you don't want to be yourself? Or true to yourself? And have that courage and not want to live the life of expectations of others. Oh, wait, no. It says, to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. That means that there's people out there who buy certain houses just because, oh, what's the name is gonna feel like I don't have enough, so I'm gonna buy this big house. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I get like 20 million cars because Bob down the street got 20 million cars, and I gotta make sure he knows that I have a lot of cars just like him or even better. Like, what? When you're dead, then those 20 million cars gonna go to another man or woman. Come on now. You're wasting time. Wasting time, you're collecting things that have no true value. And that's why in the next video, we'll talk about value and what true value is, because apparently on social media, we got a lot of people on here telling people all these type of things, but I'm like, okay, you're talking all this, that, right? But you ain't giving no solution. Give the people the answer to the question. Don't be saying, pointing out all these type of things on social media, but then you're not giving these people no solution. I understand the whole gimmick. I see how it's set up, but in the day, if you really truly care about the people, and if you really truly knew the value of life and how it really worked, you would know that if you were true to self and you spoke the truth and you lived by the truth, then you would reap way more. But people don't do that. People want to be the little lopsided, little quick little move. Like, come on now. You really want to help the people. You bash, you talk, you do this. I'm talking about people on social media, especially influencers who a lot of people view. And I don't even watch these people content. I go inside there and I feel the energy. I'm like, yeah, no, bye, gone. I'm like, nah, that's not for me. I don't see what's the hype. I don't see what's the hype. I see the control system, because if you really true care about all your viewers, you will give them the answer. It's up to them if they want to live by it. See, people can hear the answer all day long. Duh, we do it, we hear it. But at the end of the day, do a lot of people do it? And if they do it, do they be consistent with it? So that's the thing about it. And then when you're being consistent, are you leveling up on it? You can't just be doing it today and then done tomorrow. Come on now. You gotta be consistent with anything you do, and you gotta level onto it and master it, and then build something else on top of it. You can't stay in one spot. It's boring. Come on. So at the end of the day, I see a lot of viewers go to influencers and they listen to it. And I'm like, okay, I see where the person is pointing, but can you point to a solution for the women community? For the men community, give them an answer. Don't just say, oh, these type of people, but then, okay, well, can you teach these people how to become better people? That's true value. So that's a whole nother video with the whole value system. That's gonna be next Sunday about that. But it's just choose wisely who you accept information from. And if you do hear certain information from certain people, don't let that energy stick onto you, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of self-projecting going on when it comes to just influencers speaking. It's not just speaking as a whole, as a general, and it's letting the people dissect and choose what they want. It's a lot of, oh, you, wait, well, hold up. Or they use words like you people or y'all, or wait a minute, hold up. How are you speaking to a whole collective? But no. You could say people. There's a lot of people you're speaking. When you use certain words, and that's another thing. People gotta be careful who they listen to, because certain people say certain things. Those certain type of things, energy can stick onto you. If you feel someone saying certain type of stuff and you don't like how it let you feel, walk away. Okay? You don't gotta listen to that. You don't want to hear, if someone come to you and say certain negative, sad, or whatever, down, you don't got, energy is real. No, excuse me, bye. I don't want to hear it. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm not on that negative. You know what I mean? Let them know. Even when you listen to these videos, if you feel someone projecting negativity, change the video, man. Don't be sitting there and listen to that. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand who you are. And you can't be sitting here letting all these influencers come on here and make y'all feel bad about yourselves, or have no understanding, or don't be general. At the end of the day, you got to read people's energy. How internally healed is that individual? How do they, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's words. That's how you can know. Listen to a person's words. Their words will express how they feel inside, and how they treat the people that's in their viewing and their channel is an example of how they treat people in their life. Like, we have influence on here doing all type of stuff, but that's beside the fact. That's gonna be next Sunday. We're gonna talk about what true value is, because I want to give my 2 cents on what a high value man and a value woman is. And at the end of the day, a high value man, high value woman is not what people are talking about right now. If you don't know how to grow no crops and you ain't outside fixing and building stuff, you ain't got no value. I don't give a damn how much millions of dollars in boats and this and house and this and cars and all the type of stuff you got. You ain't got no value. What value is that? Where's your masculinity? Acquiring money. A woman can acquire the same type of money now. So what can you separate and show me that you know how to survive? If our kids and our like, okay, Texas, for example. Texas, when was it? March. Texas, remember when Texas was like all snowed in and no water and all type of stuff? You know, a lot of those people, they had to what? Go burn some wood. They had to go chop some wood, and they had to go burn some wood. Okay? A lot of people did not know how to keep themselves warm. They were not prepared for it. And that's what I'm saying. I know I might sound like, oh, wow, whatever, Stephanie. We know. We're going to get there. We're fine. I can drive down McDonald's down the street. It's right there. I don't got to worry about it. Yeah. Until it gets stripped away from you in the blink of an eye, then you're going to be like, okay, what am I going to do now? So that's why I'm saying, come on, learn some skills, get on top of your game, build a better you, have the internal peace, stop and smell the roses, don't be caught up. Don't be all this trying to live expectation of others. Always have courage. Love yourself. Be happy because you woke up today. And at the end of the day, there ain't nothing else that you need to be worrying about. There ain't nothing else. That's it. So that's basically what tonight live was about. And I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood everything. You know, I was a little bit all over the place. But most importantly, I hope the message was pretty clear. And if it wasn't, replay the video over again. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And, yeah, tomorrow I think we got to talk too. Don't we got a live tomorrow? I believe so. Yeah, I got a few ones I set up, you know. Trying to blow the dust off of the YouTube. Gotta blow the dust off the YouTube. Oh my gosh. But I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, Always be happy because you woke up today, and every day you wake up, you got an opportunity to be great. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what people saying. I don't care what's going on. You always have an opportunity to be a better version of yourself. And please don't be a slave to our system. Like we was talking early on about life and the rat race. Don't be caught up in all that. Don't watch what another person got. Because when you watch what another person got, you're not paying attention to you or your own lane. Now you done drove off the road because you over there looking. Come on now. Come on now. Keep your eyes on the road. And stop looking left and right. Look at, here's a good example. Horse race. Don't when they do the horse race, they put that little thing on the horse so the horse don't see who next to them and they can only focus to go straight. Exactly. That's how you gotta be in life. Don't be looking to the left. Don't be looking to the right. Look straight. You know what you want to do. You know where you want to be. You know your level of devotion. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And shout out to everybody who quitted the fast food chain. Proud of y'all, man. About time. About time. Y'all know. Y'all now see that listen, man. You deserve better. You deserve better. Could have had me at no window talking about welcome to McDonald's. How can I take it? Well, me? No. Y'all deserve better. I'm proud of everybody that done quit. I've been seeing so much now hiring. $11. Oh, wow. Whole $11, huh? Huh? As expensive life is. A whole $11. Nah, people done left and say, man, I collect more doing other things than being here. And I commend all those people who are now are going more towards other things for themselves. I'm hoping. Why else will all these places be hiring? All these people are quitting. I'm assuming they found a better stream of income. So I'm proud of all the people that done left the fast food chain and done level up into a whole nother level. They don't want to be a slave to the system. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow we got to talk on friends. How many of us have them friends? So I believe that's tomorrow's talk. Yeah, that's tomorrow's talk. I appreciate you guys so much for stopping in. I'm great, tribe. I'm great. I'm great. Yes, yes, yes. You're absolutely true, tribe, especially when it comes to discredit happiness and love of the African slash black man and African slash black lady, which is true. That's a whole nother video. Maybe I should create a whole nother video on just us as a black community and us supporting. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all ladies, I'm being real with y'all. Y'all so mean. Why are you guys so angry? I see it all the time on social media, and you guys are just so angry. And I'm not saying, a black woman is angry. Listen here. Don't you even go there, okay? Cause them white over there. Listen, that's a whole nother video. But at the end of the day, no, I'm just speaking to my black woman. Me being a black woman, a lot of y'all are angry. Y'all look mean in y'all pictures. Y'all don't smile. You don't laugh. You don't embrace it. You gotta poke out. You gotta stick out the tongue or have the middle finger up. Where's the ladies at? Can we have a little soft feminineness? Like where's the softness? Where's the elegance? Where's the, you know what I'm talking about? I hope you know what I'm talking about. Y'all be looking mean. And then y'all be so mean too. You just relax, breathe. It's okay. I know. Listen, our culture have been through a lot. Trust me. At the end of the day, I understand. I know. But at the end of the day, the reason why I bring this up is because I feel like us women, we need to nurture more in our household. We need more nurturing. We do. We need to, I'm not saying you gotta go all full throttle. Baby steps. You know what I'm talking about? Baby steps. Okay? But at the end of the day, we gotta learn to nurture our children and especially our men. They try to act out macho as possible and try to poke their chest out, make it seem like they all got it together. Oh, ooh. No, not really. No, not really. So I'm not gonna lie, a woman in any man's life, no matter what ethnicity it is, a woman can do two things. She can uplift that man and make him be the best version of himself, or she can destroy that man. And that's the power that we walk as a woman. So please use your power wisely. And that's a whole nother video right there. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women out here who are doing good, but there's a lot of y'all who are, not doing too well. And at the end of the day, please, we always cry about our community, how we don't have it together. Well, it starts with us. Why we can't be the example, I guarantee the men will follow suit. Be the example. You know what I mean? Be that example. You know, I know sometimes certain people in environments don't allow them to be happy and smiley and stuff like that. That's understandable. You can move. It's not the only environment you gotta live in. Man, if you in an environment, if you in an environment you can't laugh and smile, boy, yo, you need to leave that environment. I'm sorry, fam. That don't work. That don't work. Nah, man, life's short. Not really. You know, somebody has said that to me. She said, oh, Stephanie, life is so short, right? Oh, she said to me, right? And I said, no, not really. Life is not short. See, if you use your time wisely, it's not short at all. So use your time wisely. It might feel short because you in an environment that you're not happy. But once you leave up on that environment, man, time flies so quickly and you don't even realize it. And you're just embracing your happiness because you're happy. You're in peace. You get what I mean? So it's always a solution. Don't never make no one make you believe that you don't have a solution to fix whatever is going on in your life. It could be your finance, your home, your job, whatever it may be. You can fix that, man. And you definitely got my blessings. You definitely do. Don't worry about it. Don't worry how you gonna do it. That's the problem. People are like, oh, how? No, don't worry about it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Just do it and come back and tell me what happened. Guarantee something good will happen. Yeah, that's so true. Then they say you gotta keep it, man. You'll steer off the road. You listen. You can't be watching what other people got going on. That's how you see. That's the bait. That's the bait, man. You know what? Listen here. I'm about to come off. I'm giving too much drools and knowledge and stuff off of here. I'm not even getting compensated. I'm being real with you. Is it too soon for me to be asking to be compensated? But no, I'm being real though. Listen, the value of what I'm saying is very valuable to the right person. And that goes back to a story that I once heard. This young boy, he had this invention. And this invention was a cool invention, right? So he went to one stop. He asked his grandfather, hey, can you help me sell this because I really want to just, people to see it and buy it and stuff like that. Okay, his grandfather brought him to the first stop. The first stop was like, oh, we gonna only give you $1 for it, right? And you're like, okay. Grandfather like, nah, let's keep going. Keep going. That ain't where it's at. They go to another stop. And that stop offered them $500. Right? Yeah, it was like they went from like, let's say a yard sale, not type of like setting, to like maybe like a market. No, maybe like a market type of setting to like a mall. Like that. Like though you see the level to it, like it was like a cheap setting and then it went to like a okay setting. Okay. They're like, nah, we're gonna keep going. So the last stop was like a museum. Like a museum where he could put it in there and they will pay him while it's there and stuff like that. And they offered him way more money. The reason why I'm telling this story is sometimes in life, the most valuable things might be in the wrong areas. Therefore, it might not seem like it's valuable, but there's value. So that means that the information I gave today is only going to be valuable to those who understand where I'm coming from and feel what I'm saying. If you don't feel what I'm saying, then I'm not really adding true value. I'm just entertaining you. But if you feel what I'm saying, I'm adding value, because now you're going to take what I'm saying and you're going to use it and apply it into some shape of your life. Okay? So hopefully what I said tonight was very helpful to everybody. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. See, I don't know. I understand why people behave the way they behave, tribe, but at the end of the day, we're adults. We know the kind of right from the wrong acts. You know what I mean? But it's understandable because, like, some women have been in so many relationships with so many men that sometimes they get a little lost and confused and don't know what they want to do with themselves. And that's where they messed up at. You're not supposed to, honestly, you're not supposed to be with everybody. Not every person that says hi to you, you have to be with them. You know what I mean? Some people are meant to come in your life and be your friend. Some people are meant to come in your life and be your mentor. Some people, if that's not that fact, some women do seek fulfillment. Like, I was watching a video and the guy was talking about this movie. It's an old movie. It's called Looking for Mr. Goodbar. I haven't watched it. Go check it out if anyone knows. Looking for Mr. Goodbar. It's about this lady who goes to like this bar and she sleeps with all these men, and she's like doing this because she's trying to fill a void. She's trying to feel something. She's trying to make a connection. She believes that if she has sex with different men, each one, maybe one of them she will feel something from, right? So she would just sleep with a whole bunch of men. Now, I didn't watch the movie now. Now, the person was talking about it, and then, yeah. So then that's how I'm letting you guys know. In the video, the person was mentioning it too. So she sleeps with all these men, and she goes out and she goes to this bar and she just keeps doing it over and over until she meets one guy. All right. But she'd be like, ooh, she finally met Mr. Right. Nope. No. Oh yeah, no, my bad. Yup. Yeah, she found Mr. Right, all right. Let me say it like that. Yeah, she did find Mr. Right. Mr. Right took her ass out. Killed her. Yup. That's what he did. He killed her. And in the day, a lot of women gotta be careful who they have sexual intercourse, and you shouldn't be throwing your body out like that. I'm sorry. It's not classy. I'm sorry. I'm just being real with you. Don't, no. It's not attractive. It's not classy. And I know the society we live in, they want to be screaming, oh, feminists and all this, and I should be able to wear what I want to wear and all. Man, listen here. At the end of the day, yeah, you should be able to wear what you want to be able to wear. But at the end of the day, when you get that reaction, meaning either A, someone walk or follow you home or stalk you or start harassing you, when you get that reaction, nobody want to hear you cry. When you get that reaction of, oh, now your photos are plastered all over the internet and nobody want to be with you, or maybe downstairs is all rubbed out, man, you can't get mad at nobody. How you gonna get mad at somebody? This is you want to be feminist, right? You say you want to be able to express yourself and wear what you want to wear and all this type of stuff and all this type of foolishness that this Americanized culture has given this Americans. All this, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, come on. Don't people be contradicting themselves? They want to be all feminist and then, oh, I should be where I want to be, but you should respect me. And you don't show me that you're respecting you by you being half naked. Like, how you want somebody to marry you and you all naked on Instagram, on Facebook, on what's that thing called? OnlyFans. Come on now. But then you want to be respected? Girl, bye. Go sit your delusional ass down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere, because at the end of the day, you gotta pick which side you want to be on. You can't be oh, you want to be like this, but you always want respect. Like, no. And then when you get the reaction from it, and the things blow up in different type of ways, that's what you created. So that's a whole other video. I don't want to go past it. That's like people will listen to Stop and Spell the Rose and gonna be like, Stephanie, what the hell you was doing talking about? At the end of the day, I'm gonna create a whole nother live video on just nerd, like, you know, it could probably be titled, I'll come up with a title, but it'll be something about that. Us as women, just, and it's okay. It's okay. Listen, I'm not coming on here talking like I'm perfect, okay? I'm not perfect. But I am coming on here with a young woman who got her head on straight. I was raised by a man, and I'm proud to say that I am very proud of the woman that I've become today. Okay? I worked very hard on myself. Very hard on myself. Internally. Okay? So at the end of the day, I can give you my advice, and if you don't want to hear, that's your ass. I don't give a damn. That's exactly why you're in the situation you in now. But at the end of the day, if you do want to hear my advice, here you go. Just listen to it. At the end of the day, no one's perfect, and I'm not bashing nobody who is into that, who is a little bit kind of, you know, promiscuous. If that, you know, if that rocks your boat, I feel like you should just, as you're getting older, reconsider that type of lifestyle and really add true value to yourself as a woman, and stop walking around with all this anger in your heart because you feel like you can't trust these men, but yet you're still sleeping with men and going around. So come on now. If you don't trust men, you will be sleeping. You will be how do I say? Abstinence? Exactly. Practice abstinence. You'll be doing that. But people be contradicting themselves. Oh, F these Negroes, and oh, they ain't nothing. But yeah, you be booed up with different men? Nah, honey, come on. You're not making no sense. You're contradicting yourself once again. So what I'm saying is, us ladies, I would love for us to learn true value of self. And true value of self is to love yourself. And in order to love yourself, you got to respect yourself, and you got to respect your temple. Your body is your temple. You can't be having everybody on come up in there and be like, hi, and bye, and then hi, and then bye again. And you wonder why they say hi and bye and hi and then bye in. Because you don't respect you. They see it. I'm like, nah. So at the end of the day, understand who you are. Don't get taken advantage of, and don't carry these baggage to our men. And our men too. Y'all become all this trauma, all these hidden experiences, and all these past traumas and stuff like that. At the end of the day, personally, you guys gotta fix that. Everybody gotta fix their trauma. But that's a whole nother video. I'll create a whole nother video about like toxic relationships, or like something. Toxic relationships. I don't know. I'll come up with something eventually. Maybe for next week, Monday. But I appreciate everybody that came into here. Thank you guys so much. I went over my time. I really did. But I appreciate everybody, and thank you, tribe, so much for coming in and chatting it up. Yes, they do need to be humble. And I'm gonna create a whole nother video on maybe that's gonna go into my value. What is the true value of a woman video for next Sunday? We'll talk more about the women and stuff, and why I feel like we as women, we should take care of the home. You know, it's not about the money. You can have all the money in the world and don't be happy. But you can have happiness and feel like you got all the money in the world, and then what happens? All the money in the world come to you. You know why? Because you're happy. See, that's what that guy was talking about in the video. See, people are running after money. White people don't. Excuse my language. Sorry. Rich people. Excuse me. Rich people don't be tolling tight onto the dollars. They just be spending it. I mean, they spend it. They blow it. And that's the mindset. They don't, the reason why the money comes back is because they don't, okay, this is a little side note, okay? Words are powerful, right? The word currency is similar to current. Current equals flow. Flow is movement. Money likes to be moved, has to have a constant flow. You can't hold on tight to your dollars. If you hold on tight to your dollars, then you are not flowing. You're not being current. You're not flow. You have to flow. Okay? I know it's a little sidetrack. Y'all getting too much gems from me. I'm gonna start, y'all gotta start compensating me in some shape or form. Don't worry, I'm gonna come up with a money system for y'all to come drop the dollars. So when I come on here, I get compensated for the knowledge because I'm giving too much information. But at the end of the day, I'm already, how can I say? I'm already at a good space in my heart where I don't have importance. Never did, but don't worry, don't get me wrong, I'm a hardworking woman, but I don't have an importance for money. Like, there's other things in life that's way more valuable to me than money. Yes, money can pay. I like stability. Stability and money are two different things. I like stability. I like to make sure that, okay, this is here, this is that, that's that, boom. I don't like when things are not stable. That scares me. I don't like that. That's what makes me nervous. But at the end of the day, I like stability. So money is not important to me, but money can buy maybe a little few things that I might want or whatever. But there's other things important to me. You know what's important to me? Helping others. That's way more important to me than money. But do you believe that helping others can bring streams of money? Because you're not doing something for money. So you're chasing money, expecting money to come, and you wonder why the money goes so quickly as it comes, because you're missing the true and the real meaning behind money. See, we weren't taught this. That's why he said in the audio, we don't have the knowledge of how to acquire riches and what riches are. We think riches are cars. If you even think about how can I say, what society would consider as a rich, which is, land. That's a rich. Not the car, not the house, not the boat, not the, what else people can buy? The jewelry. Land. Because we're going to reach a certain point in our life, depending on how old you are, where it's going to be hard to have that. It's already harder now because prices have inflated quite a bit. But at the end of the day, acquiring that is what's important. Now here, don't acquire something if you don't know what to do with it. That don't make no sense. Whole point is to maybe have it for your children, maybe? I don't know. Nowadays, you leave stuff to your kids, man, it's like you better off leaving to a complete stranger. Because the kids don't see the value in it. But whose fault is that? Who taught those kids? Who raised those kids? You did. You can't get mad at nobody when the kids don't view or are not the way you want them to be. Because you raised them. See, you see how it's all connected? It's like we just went all over the place today. In only 1 hour and 30 minutes? So I appreciate you guys. Yes, land is power. A lot of things we're not taught, and that's why I said we gotta stop and smell the roses. We be so caught up in jumping up and doing this and doing that. I gotta be around this person, be around that. You missing life. Do you see what's going on in the world? Are you prepared for what's going on in the world? Do you know any information and knowledge and skills that if anything shut down tomorrow, you at least have that and you can build off of that and pass that on to your kids? That is what Stop and Smell the Roses are. Look around what's going on. Shit is sinking. Y'all need to go check out Revelation. Revelation. Now, I'm not trying to push no religion on nobody, but just go check it out. I will have a live on that because a lot of what we do see going on, it is correlating to Revelation and what it was said. And the thing about it is, it's not about tying yourself to a religion. It's about having the information. It's what you do with that information. So you can understand the world we live in, because what I just spoke on is only maybe 0.0000000000009% of what's going on in the world. There's a whole bunch of other shit going on. I can't even talk about most of the other stuff because it's so far out there that you guys won't be able to see it. So, baby steps. We're going to do baby steps. We're going to build a connection, information, whatever you guys learn. Feel free to share with me. I would truly forget that. I mean, I would truly appreciate You know, when you're talking and then you read something in the chat, as I would truly forget that, because I saw a message said, forget that, wasting money on ice. Yo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. I appreciate y'all. I had fun chatting and running my big mouth. I had a good time. Shook off a little bit of the jitters and blew the dust off this YouTube channel for a good little thing real quick. But yeah, I will be seeing you guys today at 10 something. And then if you do see the live pop up a little earlier than 10, just click on it. It's just me coming on a little early. If you don't, then it's okay. I'm gonna come on and we're gonna have a talk. Ooh, the video about friends. The videos about friends is gonna be good. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna go in. What should I don't know. It depends. It depends. But friends, that video right there, that live stream, listen, first and foremost, listen here. I ain't got no messy life. So please don't ever feel like any of this is about me. All this is just information that I'm finding from the internet, but it also adds to what life is about. That's all that it is, okay? We gonna talk about friends and how people, and this is my thing. I'm gonna be real with you. Anyone who know me in real life, you already know I ain't got no friends. I don't got no shame to say that. I don't got no friends. Anybody who click on this video who know me, they gotta be like a relative or something. Friend? No. No. That word scares me. That scares me. I when they say loner, I am definitely the epiphany of what a loner is, to the point that I gotta force myself to come out and be like, okay, you gotta talk to the world a little bit. You can't. I would just be in my own world. I tell you, like that friend right there. Maybe because my dad always. You know what? Let's say it's for the next video. See, I'm a rambler. Y'all. I will talk to you guys on today at 10. If I do come on early, click on the live. But we're gonna talk about friends, and yeah, hopefully I can get some advice to help. But I appreciate you guys. No, not the word friend. Just you gonna be able to see tomorrow. You gotta wait. Because if I go in on friends, I'm gonna be on here for a whole nother 30 minutes. So tomorrow, you gotta wait. That's a little teaser right there. Tomorrow, I'll be back. I mean, today. See, y'all got me messing up. I'll be back at 10:15. Maybe it might be a little earlier than that. But if it's not, then I'll be on 10:15 p.m. And Till next time, you guys. Good night. Bye.